C.J. Stroud has had the best rookie season in NFL history. You look at C.J. Stroud's numbers: 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 4,108 passing yards. He's completed 64% of his passes. And remember, C.J. Stroud, he missed 3 games. He missed 3 games this year. Well, actually 2 games. He missed 2 games. So C.J. Stroud missed 2 games this year. So if he would have played in those 2 matchups, then his numbers would have been even better. But C.J. Stroud, last week against the Cleveland Browns, a defense that's a top 5 defense in the NFL. C.J. Stroud, he goes 16 for 21. He threw for 274 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, quarterback rating of 157.2. Ladies and gentlemen, I know the Carolina Panthers fans and organization, they literally have to be watching C.J. Stroud and thinking to themselves, we made a huge mistake drafting Bryce Young with the number 1 overall pick and not choosing to draft C.J. Stroud, because C.J. Stroud has had a sensational rookie season. And C.J. Stroud and DeMeco Ryans, they are the main reasons why the Houston Texans have been the biggest surprise in the AFC and in the AFC South specifically. Like, coming into the season, I had very, very low expectations for the Houston Texans. I had them finishing 4th in the AFC South. Not only did the Texans win their division, but they beat a Cleveland Browns football team that has a lot of talent. This Cleveland Browns team has a lot of talent, and C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans blew the Cleveland Browns off the field last Saturday. So C.J. Stroud and DeMeco Ryans are the main reasons why the Texans are the most surprising team in the AFC this year. They're having a great season. And similar to the Packers in the NFC, the Houston Texans have absolutely nothing to lose. And this is the thing about C.J. Stroud and what's making what he's doing so impressive. This year, C.J. Stroud, he lost Noah Brown to a season-ending injury. He also lost Tank Dell as well to a season-ending injury. Let me name some of the receivers that C.J. Stroud is throwing the football to: Robert Woods, Nico Collins, Steven Sims, John Mechie III. These are the receivers that C.J. Stroud is throwing the football to. C.J. Stroud doesn't have a Stephon Diggs like Josh Allen. C.J. Stroud doesn't have a Jamar Chase like a Joe Burrow. C.J. Stroud doesn't have a Travis Kelce like a Patrick Mahomes. And C.J. Stroud is balling. He's balling. And I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not an Ohio State Buckeye fan whatsoever. But I knew coming into the league that C.J. Stroud was going to have a successful NFL career. He showed me in that playoff matchup in that bowl game against Georgia. Ohio State went toe-to-toe with Georgia. And the thing was, remember, coming into the NFL, everyone had questions about whether or not C.J. Stroud was going to have a successful career, because most Ohio State quarterbacks, they don't succeed in the NFL. They don't. Troy Smith did not succeed in the NFL. Justin Fields is currently struggling in the NFL. So these Ohio State quarterbacks, when they come into the league, they struggle. And C.J. Stroud, out of all those Ohio State quarterbacks, he's been the best. C.J. Stroud has been the best quarterback to come out of Ohio State, and he has been balling.